Xbox had a real rough weekend with multiple reports of extended Xbox Live and Xbox Store outages, as well as issues with players being denied access to their Game Pass libraries, xCloud, and in some cases, games they already owned. Yep, even when using a disc. Let me just quickly say that things seem mostly back to normal, but a wave of criticism and questions have come up around how Xbox plans to proceed from here. To go back to the beginning real quick, starting last Tuesday, the Xbox support Twitter account began tweeting status updates in which players were having issues launching Rocket League, Roblox, Smite, and eFootball 2022. But by May 6th, the issues spread to a larger array of games, and the account tweeted, "We're aware that some users may be unable to launch games on Xbox consoles and through cloud gaming, and our teams are investigating. We'll update here and on our status page when we have more information to share." A flood of users responded to the tweet with a myriad of issues, which in many cases amounted to a complete gaming blackout for them. At least on Xbox, all the services are out. One player wrote, "Nothing will launch," and they included an image of the Xbox store just opening to an error page. Another player, Tim Duran, wrote, "I have this problem right now, but it has nothing to do with cloud gaming. I cannot start a single game on my Xbox." Luckily for Tim, his games came back right away, but others were not so lucky. Ivan Gonat tweeted, "More than 7 hours down, and even my games on disc can't be played." It truly is a dystopic nightmare when even the coveted physical disc doesn't make a difference. In theory, this is a fear and even a reality that has been around for a while, with huge day one downloads indicating that physical discs over the years have more or less become more like keys to the car than the car itself. An hour after that original May 6th Xbox support tweet, the account posted a new tweet saying, "Users should once again be able to launch games on Xbox console and through cloud gaming. Thanks to everyone that reported this to us." However, many replied saying they were still experiencing issues. From here, over the course of about 2 days, there was a bit of back and forth between Xbox support saying things were fixed and then posting another update later on saying they were still working on the larger issue. Finally, at 10:30 on May 7th, they tweeted, "Players should no longer be seeing issues when it comes to purchases, launching games, or joining cloud gaming sessions. Thanks for being patient. Happy gaming." But the issues didn't end. The following day, another tweet went up referencing the same issues for players in Europe and then specifically for Call of Duty Warzone. Finally, today, Xbox support tweeted, "We've seen significant improvement to the issue that has prevented some users from purchasing and launching games. We expect full mitigation in the coming days with the rollout of a new update." At the time of this recording, still no specific date and time for that particular update. That last tweet on the subject was met with a mix of players saying they were still experiencing issues, along with a rapid backlash in which a number of players are calling for Xbox to end their DRM practices. Others argued that since they clearly don't own their games, they should be issued refunds or free Xbox Live. What's happened here is the Band-Aid has really been ripped off. The question of, do we really own our games, has been very clearly answered, and people are rightfully upset. Even Paris Lilly, who has hosted for Xbox, called the company out, saying, "The Xbox outages have made it clear that something needs to change with their DRM policy." And in a follow-up tweet, he wrote, "I'd like to see an Xbox Wire post stating out how offline works on Xbox consoles, what to do during a disruption in service, and any lessons learned from this weekend's outage and any potential changes as a result." Paris certainly isn't the only one looking forward to an official response. I imagine many affected users and the rest of the game industry will be paying close attention. Both PlayStation and Nintendo use DRM, and many modern devices, including Xboxes, can't even be properly set up without an online connection initially. Now, there were many users who were able to set their Xbox as their home console and then set it to offline mode to circumvent the outage issues. In some cases, a few hard resets did the trick, but the idea that you could have a game on a disc or even buy it full price digitally and just not have access to it is incredibly frustrating. It's a wild contrast considering all the goodwill Xbox has built up over the years, especially with Game Pass, which is probably one of the best values in gaming to date, maybe of all time. But what does it all matter if the service can just up and quit because somebody did or didn't hit a switch? You know, not to mention these games on disc that you just can't play. Obviously, mistakes and technical issues happen, but a lot of players have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars collecting games on these platforms. So at the very least, they deserve an explanation and maybe even some form of recourse. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think Xbox needs to do to make things right. This has been Inside Gaming. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.